Greetings, people of the internet. I am LUCHA Man. Now, this is a very special LUCHA Man television news update. Coming this Friday to the Nickelodeon channel, Avatar: The Legend of Korra, Season 3, Change. That's right. It's starting up again. It's coming right around the corner, and it's kicking off the Season 3 with not one, not two, but three, count them, three back-to-back episodes. That's right. We get an hour and a half premiere of the new season of Legend of Korra. This is pretty awesome. I mean, I love the series. I love the Avatar series, and I love the Legend of Korra series. This is pretty good. Yeah, for those of you who haven't known, the Legend of Korra series, it was just supposed to be a one-off sequel, very short, one season only, but it got such popularity that we got 2 more seasons out of it. So awesomeness. So here's a quick here's a quick LUCHA Man recap. Avatar, the first one, the Last Airbender, I give it a solid 10 out of 10. It was really good. It had a great story, great character development. The artwork was amazing, and a really good concept. It was a very good story. I liked it, and it was just great how everything just went along smoothly for that show. Well, except for inadvertently when the voice of Iroh passed on and they had to find a replacement halfway through that one season. So, yeah. Anyway, then we had Legend of Korra. We had the first 2 seasons, which I gotta give high marks to also. So, let's see, there was okay, so for the first 2 seasons, I give both of those also a solid 10 out of 10. Yeah, I thought the first 2 seasons of Korra were good, because the first one, it was great because it showed how so much time had passed since Avatar Aang had been around. It showed the advancement in society, the advancements of technology and architecture. It also showed how the line between normal people and benders, it showed how there could be some friction and tension between the 2 groups with, like, the equalist group. And then when we went to the second season, the spirits one, it showed how the Avatar was supposed to be a balance between all 3, between the group A, benders and humans in the normal world, and the spirits in the spirit world. And it even provided the backstory of how we got benders. And I have to admit, the visuals for showing the history of the benders is amazing. It's like it looks like an old print. It's really great. So yeah, I gotta give high marks. So lightning has struck. It struck with the first series. It struck with the second series' first 2 seasons. So will lightning strike a third time, and will it be the charm? Who knows? But I'm hoping so. I have very good thoughts about this. If you haven't checked it out, the trailers are already available here on the YouTube, so look around for that, and you guys check it out this Friday. So that's the big Avatar update. And now for the update over on Cartoon Network. It was announced recently on the Cartoon Network that Total Drama Season 6 will be kicking off on Monday, July 7th. The promo is, well, here for the United States of America. It said, 1 new island, 14 new contestants, and same old disregard for human life. Thank you, Chris McLean. That's right, it's Total Drama. It's been 6 years, and they're still going strong with this show. This is pretty interesting. I'm excited to see how things will be for this season. I have been a fan of Total Drama since the first season, and now here is the Total Drama recap. Total Drama Island, Season 1. I give it a 10 out of 10. I liked it. It was a reality show, only it was a cartoon, and of course the laws of physics and time and space and other real world factors could be ignored or brushed over with some animation. So I liked it. It was a great series, and now, unbeknownst to me at the time, there were 2 endings between the last 2 contestants, and I was happy with either contestant winning, so I had no problems with that. Total Drama Action Season 2. I give this a 9 out of 10. Same cast, they return, only instead of the island, they're on a Hollywood backlot. So they now have to do movie-themed challenges. I think it's a smaller cast and different focus because like the first season focused on so many. The first season had 22 characters, and so this time the cast was smaller, so you could focus on some of the other characters that didn't get them that weren't focused on too much for the first one. And after getting to know them for the first season, then when the second season kicked in, you got to learn more about them. Some weird traits, quirks, the good, the bad, the ugly. It was interesting. Now, this one I thought was interesting because they purposely let it slip that there were two endings because they had the cast vote for who should win the $1 million when it was actually voted online by everyone with internet capabilities. Now, given the two choices, I was the one that won and officially aired. The character had a bit more. I can understand them winning. They were a bit more of a personality. I'm not going to be saying anything because right now Cartoon Network is just doing a massive catch-up, showing all 5 seasons to try to get everyone ready for season 6. So, if you haven't seen Total Drama yet, check it out. And it's probably also available on DVD by this point. Okay, Total Drama Season 3. Total Drama World Tour or Total Drama Musical, whatever you want to call it. Third season, and yet these people are still competing on Chris's show, despite having him put them through the ringer 2 times already. Only this time, they've done something completely new and different and added a whopping grand total of 2 new characters. Yeah, so the show is starting to show a bit of its age here by having the same cast, a smaller cast this time, again, a different selection of characters, and with 2 new characters. This time, they are traveling around the world, taking part in different events and cultural references. And it was pretty interesting, but I have to give it an 8.5, so it's losing points because you can only trot out the same cast of chumps for so many seasons. Now then, as for the multiple endings for this one, I wasn't a big fan of the 2 final contestants who made it to this round, but alright, I will now. The following is a bit of a spoiler, so if you haven't seen it already, just turn off the sound until I come back on screen. So it's going to go to black, and it's going to have spoiler written up here, so those of you who have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So here's the spoiler. Sorry to put that in.
Okay, so at the end of Season 3, it was between Heather and Alejandro. Now, Alejandro had just been introduced this season, but he was making himself out to be the bad guy for the season. Now, Heather, she has been the bad gal since Season 1, and she plagued through Season 2, and I'll be honest, I'm surprised that she actually got as far as she did in Season 2. If think about it. If someone had treated you that badly in Season 1, wouldn't the first person you vote off in this show be the person that treated you that badly, like as soon as possible? Now, for Season 3, now I get it. Both of them are the villains, but and I know only one of them could win, but let me put it to you like this. We had to, by that season, we've had to deal with Heather for 3 consecutive seasons. Alejandro was just new to that current season, so while both are evil, I think Alejandro would literally be the lesser of 2 evils. So so here in the US, Heather won. Now Alejandro, he does win in another version, but I'm just saying, come on, like I said, lesser of 2 evils. We've had to deal with Heather for 3 seasons. So that just surprises me.
Sorry about the spoiler, guys, but hey, I know this is the internet, but I'm trying to make sure I'm very careful about what I post here. Okay, Season 4, Total Drama, Revenge of the Island. So we're back at Camp Wabanakwa, but plot twist. Due to radioactive toxic waste, the island is now a biohazardous zone and filled with many dangers. And what's that on the horizon? It's a ship full of cast members, and that's all. It doesn't look like the regular ones. That's right. For the 4th season, they brought an entire new cast of chumps for Chris to torment. They did bring in some of the previous characters from the first 3 seasons, just like for one-shots or for part of a challenge, but the majority of Season 4 focused in on some new suckers for Chris to torment. Now, it was pretty good. So I have to give season 4, Total Drama: Revenge of the Island, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was good because it had the old island, but it had challenges that were intermixed. But it had challenges that had to deal with the environment, and it was a brand new set for all the new cast. I liked it. It gave some new characters to the show, except for Chris and Chef. As for the ending, the ending we got here in the U.S. I wasn't too happy with. But hey, it was either the good guy or the bad guy, and 50-50 shots. So that's how life works that way. I guess that could be said for the ending of season 3. It's not sometimes even the bad guy wins, but the bad guy wins. But So then last year we had Total Drama season 5. Oh, but here's the best part. Due to the events at the end of season 4, Chris was actually thrown in jail for 1 year, so I was happy to see that. Season 5. Total Drama Season 5. Commonly known as Total Drama All-Stars. I give this one an 8.5. The way Total Drama is going, I'm pretty sure it'll be around for a few more seasons, and I think they should have waited until then to have All-Stars, because out of the first 4 seasons before this one, 3 of them were occupied by the majority of the main characters. Season 3 had only 2 new characters, and then we had the last season, which only gave us about 14 new characters. So maybe if they had done like maybe 3 or 4 more seasons, including the one that's coming up, and had some different cast members, then that... but I digress. It was interesting seeing, it was like half the cast from the first 3 seasons and the other half of the cast from the previous season. Once again, it was on Camp Wawanakwa. So, the venue's pretty much been the same for the past 3 seasons, just only one with the radioactivity involved. I mean, this is pretty good. It showed how the characters we knew from the first 3 seasons were interacting, instead of just for the one-shots they were in the previous season, they were now fully interacting with some of the major characters from the 4th season. This is a pretty interesting take on that. I thought it was pretty interesting how, and with All-Stars, they actually mixed up some of the challenges. Like they had, this challenge is a combination from Season 2 and from Season 4. So I thought that was pretty creative how they found a way to mix that up. As for the ending, I'm okay with the ending. It was, I liked how the characters were set up, and I liked it could have gone either way for either character. And I liked it. Now, I've liked, this one, it was interesting because... Alright, this is a bit of a spoiler alert, so it's about one of the characters, so once again, black screen. Cover your ears if you haven't heard this yet. Sorry.
Alright, in Season 4, we are introduced to a character named Mike. And Mike has multiple personality disorder. He has, like, this is his regular self. He has, like, a Jersey Shore personality when he doesn't have a shirt on. When he gets aggravated, he becomes, like, a grumpy old man. And then he has like an athletic female Russian gymnast when he needs to be athletic. So yeah, that got resolved by the end of Season 4, thankfully. But by Season 5, it was interesting because he actually had a 5th personality disorder where he had like a evil dark side. So yeah, it was kind of interesting because it added a bit of a sub-story to the 5th season. Well, it was kind of a joke for the 4th season, But yeah, it was interesting because I think this was used because since there was such a small cast of characters, I think this was to add characters to the show. But it was basically just the same guy who had a different look and voice depending on what character or persona he was using. Oh, and also he had like Indiana Jones, Crocodile Dundee personality that kicked in midway through the 4th season. So he had 5 personas, 6 counting his normal self.
Sorry about the spoiler, but like I said, I just want to make sure everyone knows about this and isn't getting ruined for the upcoming season. So speaking of the upcoming season, it will be on Monday, July 7th, and this is big. They said that it is going to be 2 consecutive weeks of new Total Drama of the new island. It is going to be, so that means... I'm guessing every Monday through Friday for 2 weeks we're getting new episodes. So within 10 episodes, are we going to be done with the series, or are they then going to just cut it to make maybe one night a week to drag out the last few episodes? I don't know. This is pretty awesome, though. So yeah, all I know is it's the new season of Total Drama, and I do not know how to pronounce the island's name, so I will not try it. But I'll post a text for its. Yeah, sorry, I do not know how to pronounce it. I do not want to butcher the name. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this, and just think, 2 weeks of new Total Drama. So after the first week, I will do an official Lucha Man review of Total Drama Season 6. Since I just did a quick Total Drama recap. Okay, so that's all the news I got for TV news. Thank you for watching, and yeah, so I'm excited for Avatar, and I'm excited for Total Drama. This is going to be great. A lot of great TV coming this summer. Until next time, this has been Lucha Man, saying thank you for watching, and have a nice day.